I'm down here with Gene Hurahan of Sunstream Energy. Gene, solar energy, obviously energy is a hot topic at the moment, and solar panels have been on the market for quite a while, but just what is the difference with your solar panels here?
Well, the main difference is the solar panels we use are bifacial. They produce energy from both sides. And we find that they suit dairy farmers who are milking in the morning and evening quite nicely if we mount them on the ground and face them east and west. And doing it that way, the east side gets a lot of daylight, sunshine in the morning, and produce a lot of electricity in the morning. And similarly in the evening, when the sun has gone west, the west side gets a lot of energy. So they're producing most of their energy in the morning and the evening. And that's quite good for a dairy farmer who's milking earlier in the morning and later in the evening, because the electricity goes straight into their loads. You don't have to store much of it, and very little goes back to the grid.
So you said, obviously, your energy, you have double the amount of chances to catch electricity with the two sides on the panel.
Yeah, well, you're more matching the generation when it happens with the actual consumption on the farm. So it's a good match.
Good match. And this, obviously, you've seen this project is being sort of expanded on in Germany. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, actually, it was the Germans started this type of concept back about 8-9 years ago. And the reason they did it is they've got a lot of solar PV parks in Germany, all facing south. So you get a lot of power going back into the grid in the middle of the day, and they wanted to try and offset that. And this particular company innovated this system so that it was producing energy either side of midday. So it was complementing what was already there. Yeah. And I was looking at the dairy farm application here for a while, thinking that, you know, south-facing systems and roofs are very good and it's a conventional way to do it, but it may not be the best fit for the dairy farmer who's milking morning and evening, because with the south-facing roof system, most of the energy is produced around the middle of the day, typically from 10 in the morning to 4 in the evening. And I noticed that the output of the German system suited the dairy farm profile as well. So we tried it out in 2 farms in Waterford 3 years ago, and we've been collecting the data since, and the results are very good.
Absolutely. So has there been much interest at the Ploughing Championship from farmers in the system?
Yeah, there's huge interest, yeah. Not surprisingly, because of the cost of energy at the moment, that's driving the interest really big.
That's quite topical. So obviously, is there a rough estimate for a farmer to out, obviously it's down to size and all, but this farm in Waterford, let's say, what was the cost to outfit for the farmer with the panels and all the installation? Just give a rough estimate.
Typically, this is a 30 kilowatt system. To do a system that size nowadays would cost you about 45,000.
So it's reasonable enough value for the potential for the returns, especially with obviously given the price of energy at this current moment.
Yeah, even without any financial support, grants or anything, it's going to pay for itself in somewhere between 6 and 7 years with the energy costs at the moment.
Yeah, that's quite a good return on investment, because a lot of obviously energy stuff has to be solar has been on the market for years at this stage, but it's great to see that it can still be developed in such a way and improved on.
The other benefit with it is if you move up scale it up for solar farms, you can actually continue on agricultural activity between the rows of panels as well. You can, as we've demonstrated here, you can graze cattle, but you can also carry on tillage activity between the rows of panels.
That's quite interesting, because a lot of solar farms, obviously farmers are worried it'll take up a large amount of the land, but as you've proven here, you can multi-purpose the land. There's cattle going up it, you can use tillage. But it's a great idea, obviously, for farmers, and given the prices that's gone on at the moment, and even for the future, if energy prices do calm down, it is an investment that farmers should probably think about making.
Well, this whole concept of agrivoltaics is starting to generate momentum, and people are realising that, solar parks do take up a lot of good agricultural land in places. So agrivoltaics is a way of mixing the two technology, or you're mixing agricultural activity with energy production. So it's a good mix if you can do it. Absolutely. And this is one way of doing it.
Absolutely. Well, it's a very interesting concept, Dean. So thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
And I hope you had a good week.
Thank you.